Hello, KXW faithful. This is gonna be a very interesting little discussion podcast, whatever the heck you want to call it. Because we're gonna be celebrating 5 years. That's right, 5 whole freaking years of KXW. And this is an out of character podcast. And, yeah, we're gonna celebrate it. We're gonna talk about the highs, the lows, then the middles, the everything else. We're gonna be talking a lot. Hopefully I get a sentence in.
Okay.
We're joined.
You want to explain that? Since you've been buried me? That's what I get for telling him to do a sarcastic intro.
He told me to do an intro. You know what you're gonna get, boy. Yeah, I'm joined by, the other person who founded KXW, Christian Payne. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and to explain your little riff there, this is our second take doing this. We had a first take, and it ended, like, audio was garbage and everything. Also, I would not shut up.
I didn't get a word in.
Josh didn't talk, so,
That might be what happens again.
You bastard. Okay. And one other thing I want to clarify is KXW as the video game brand is on its 5-year anniversary. We're talking.
Sorry, I tried to turn my volume up so I could hear you, but when I do it when we're calling, it fucks up the sound, so I can't.
Oh. Well, anyway. I was saying, because I just got Kabuki.
KXW
KXW as a video game brand is celebrating its 5-year anniversary today. But, if we're thinking about, like, the origins and everything, which we'll talk about, it's technically 6 years, but we'll talk about that's like separate canon almost. Kind of, you'll understand.
We'll probably confuse you. You'll actually, more likely, you'll end up probably leaving this podcast more freaking confused than you actually are before. But that's usually how we end up talking. You know?
Yeah.
That's just us in a nutshell.
Okay, so I'll let you direct this thing.
Okay, well, I guess we can't really talk about anything without starting with the origin. So, the origin, well, I guess it's kind of hard to. The origin started at a YMCA, so.
Yes. and the whole, like, video game reference to the YMCA is the Academy of Violence.
Yes.
Yeah, so we all started, and, like, I was doing a phone call with Adam Stiles earlier, before we recorded this, and we told him that KXW had roots in backyard, but I don't think he believed us until I started showing him proof, and I sent him the picture so he can throw up everything, but, like, these event posters, and I was sending him links to 2 backyard things, which we will link in the description. And yeah, he was just like, these guys are real people? Which is the greatest response ever. But yeah, it just started with us fucking around with why. That's why it's the Academy of Violence.
Yes, we started at a Y. And then we had good and bad moments at the YMCA.
Yeah, at first it was just Josh and I. And then I still, to this day, can't remember how I met Ashton. Ashton knows. But we just tagged along with him once to the Y. Because the reason I started doing this is because, you get those like high school wrestling matches, and you see those at the YMCA, and you just do stupid crap on or whatever.
Fucking remove them from the damn place.
Yeah, it's dumb. But either way, it's probably because of what we did.
I don't think it's because of what we did.
But, so I, being the quick as a whip that I am, just decided to start taking bumps rotations on. And then I brought him one day. We had ourselves something. I'm not classifying it as a match. But it's, we were young then, so just let our brains go crazy. We were just cutting promos on each other and doing all this shit. We had the toy replica that I'm literally holding right now in my hands. The ECW championship, but not the good one, the bad one, 2010. The thing that looked like a lunch tray. We just used that. And then one day, we just brought Ashton, and I brought my laptop, and we filmed a triple threat match. And I've spent half of today watching clips of that. Oh my god. We thought back then we were shit.
We are shit.
But in reality, we were the shits. You look back at it now, and it's hysterical.
We laugh our ass off. We sucked. We didn't know what
Oh, yeah. Like, I was showing him clips today. There's this spot where Josh picks up a backpack and just fucking slaps the hell out of that.
Well,
And let me clarify that this YMCA has a reverb like a recording studio. Like, you drop something on it, and you're gonna hear it throughout the whole building. So the fact that we're grunting and screaming and doing everything, I don't know how we weren't kicked out day one.
So, yeah, because what we had, it was a multi-purpose room. So it was a room that has multiple different...
That's the legal term for it, yes.
Well, I'm not going to call it a recording studio. That's not what it was at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was used for many different things, and yeah, it kind of became, we were using it for a thing. Fact is, somehow we never, well, can't say we never got in shit. We got in shit for different reasons, which we'll probably get into. But yeah, we will go, and I'm surprised we never got in shit for just fucking doing it.
Because I looked at it, and there's a clip where somebody did walk in.
Oh, probably.
And see us, and like, this was when Enzo and Cass like debuted on the main roster.
Oh god, you probably did the dance, didn't you?
No, I was on the ground selling. And you had just like, I think you had just, yeah, it was the moment where you slapped me in the face with that back.
Beautiful.
And you then threw it at Ashton. And somebody walks in. I don't know what they said because it's just mumbled garbage, but you literally look up, and it's the only audible dialogue of this entire video other than you screaming Gordon Ramsay when I kicked him in the finger. But you look up, and you're just like, how you doing? And continue as if nothing happened. After this, I'm gonna find that and clip it and send it to you.
I was like, send me this, I'll never see that.
It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
I still don't know what that lady said, but I'm looking at her and I'm gassed as fucking. I'm running out of gas. And I look and I'm just like, oh no, it's over. Oh yeah, and the other thing that's bad about it, not only is this like a horrible thing to like, it's hilarious to watch, but it's also really fucking long.
Oh yeah, we were trying to be fucking okay on these hour-long Broadways here.
Yeah, this spectacle is 49 minutes long.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, but what are some of your favorite memories from the origins of KXW before I go into some of mine?
So I'm trying to think. There was the moment we destroyed Jordan Sky's back
Oh, with the hockey net.
with the hockey net.
Yeah, we picked it up and dropped it straight on his back, and yep.
Poor bastard. There was. I'm trying to
I
think.
have a picture of that moment, so I will send it to you.
There's the. All of my favorite moments. There's no of my favorite moments involve me, which is funny, really. Because another one is like almost most of the scenarios that involve Jordan Fox and Ashton Rose. AKA fucking Jordan trying to hit a fucking Styles clash on damn Ashton, and then when we tell him not to, he just drops Ashton on his fucking head.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's a reason they do these don't try these at home videos. Because, like, aside from Ashton's knees non-existing and Jordan's back non-existing, yeah, he almost killed Ashton.
It was so weird because it's not even like, oh, he just went for it and he landed wrong. No. Just we tell him don't do the style guys. He literally just lets him go as he drops on his head. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like up there with the James Ellsworth head. But
and then the second one is their repeated attempts to break a table that was inside the YMCA. That was not ours.
I was telling Adam that too. Yeah, that one I remember. Okay, so some of my favorites. I can't remember who. It was Fox. I was wrestling Fox, and we're pretty hard. And this is the first time I told anybody that I was doing this. But punch Fox into the corner and whisper in his ear, "Spear." The spear goes off without a hitch. Thomas does a big clap, but Josh goes audible as hell. And when I say there's reverb in this room, you really heard Josh in China. He's just like, oh! And I go for the pin, I win, and then I look at him and I was just like, really? He reacted so loud that he knew how loud he was, and he left the room. Like, he walked into the locker area and, like, almost stuffed himself in it to be quiet. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Can I give my point of view of that?
Yes.
So, okay, here's why I probably react. I can't fully remember, but there were times during the Y when we would do things that I would not fully watch what was happening. I'd go looking because there'd be like the pool area, so I'd be looking out the window and that. So I'm pretty sure I was looking out that direction, like towards that, and I turned as you did the spear. So I just instantly reacted.
It also doesn't help that, like, for those, like, wrestling fans that remember, like, when The Rock took Goldberg's spear for the first time, that was basically how Fox took it.
Look like he broke him in half.
Where he, like, jumped up and then flapped down. So I thought it was just because of the way that Jordan took it. But still, it was louder than hell.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was.
There this one kind of hurt. Okay. So, we decided to do a talk show segment. We were building up to this championship match. I unfortunately don't have the graphic for it, but it was supposed to be myself and Ashton for this literal foam and paper KXW championship, which I had made. And then it's going to be Josh and his brother Tom Terror. I think it was a street fight.
I don't remember. We had a bunch of stipulated matches. That's all we did.
I'll get into that. But we have this segment, and it's supposed to end in chaos. So Ashton comes out and confronts me. We do our thing. Thomas comes out, confronts Josh, and then it turns into a big fucking clusterfuck. But somehow, in the process of this, because we have these chairs on the mat, and these chairs are like sturdy chairs. They're not folding chairs. But Josh gets pushed in the back of his head. Makes the most vicious thud on like the leg of the chair. And I wish I still had the footage for this, but he banged his head on it, and it's like that's what his fucking head did. It was like, but I remember that moment, and then in that match with Thomas, Josh, like, legit snugs him with a punch, and Thomas goes like, "Ooh, nice shot." Like, it's become our running joke. But those two are like two of my favorite moments. And then I would say the last one. This was before I think you had gone to the bathroom. But speaking of the stipulated matches, they do a lot of wheelchair basketball at this one, or did. I don't know now. But there's this bag that has like spare wheels in it for the wheelchairs. And Ashton is like analyzing this thing, breaking it down like a scientist. And that day we had Zion, aka JJ Begsmans. And he's looking at this thing. And he's just like, he takes the wheels out and he gets it, closes the flap, and then he looks at Zion, and he's just like, "Wanna have a casket match?" And then I literally reacted. I was just like, "You know what? That's badass!" And then Josh walks up, having no idea what's going on until the thing starts. That's a top moment for me. Just, hey, wanna have a catch match? But, yeah, like everything, most bands, egos got in the way, and the backyard version of KXW died a very painful death. And we tried to revive it a few times. It's just, those memories are memories. One of us who got training, and they were in control of the main YouTube, because trust me, every one of these disasters were on YouTube. I managed to save 2 because I posted them to my Facebook. And then I have a lost on my PS3, but that's during like one of those really bad reboots. It's when you took on Abraxas.
Yeah.
Or it was me versus you, whatever. It's when I had really long blonde hair. So I might post that, I might not. I have to look at it and see if it's worth it.
Compared to the other things, we're gonna see if it's worth it.
Yeah, compared to those things, yeah. because those other things, the triple threat is like, that's like as close as you're gonna get to remembering the original, like, true origin of KXW, because that's the first thing we shot. I wish to God we still had that fatal four-way, because that is definitely like weapon galore. I was whipping people with tar straps. Fucking jeez. It was chaos. But yeah. Do you remember when we started, like, well, obviously we know what day now, but do you remember how the conversation started about doing KXW as a video game brand?
I've tried to remember because part of me wonders. So, hold on. I'm gonna give credit for something here. Tom Terrell came up with the name KXW. Just give him that credit, so we don't try to take credit for that. That was all him. He can get his little pat on the back. He came up with the name. So I think what happened was, now this can't be taken as accurate because I don't actually remember. But I think it was one of those things where I came over to your place and you just made a KXW arena.
You know what? That's not, because I remember, because if anybody that is subscribed to this channel was there for the original channel, they would have remembered that the PS3 arena had a big blue mat. That's because of the Y having the blue mat. And I think I just made that just to literally have, like, KXW COD matches. I don't think I ever intended on filming.
And then I think once you had the camera is when you decided to film it. And then when we decide, okay, we'll make this an actual thing, our thought was, okay, well, who do we think? And you just decided who was going to be champ. I don't even know. Did we crown every champ? Yes, we did. Just immediately, first off, everyone just had a title. Had their title.
Here's one thing that a lot of people don't know. And looking back on it, you have no idea how close I was to the company that actually existed. And exists to this day. But I was planning on doing a show like this, just filming matches, because I had gotten him for Christmas. And by the way, the KXW original stuff was shot on a stack of DVDs pointed at the TV, and it kept going in and out of focus.
Yes.
It's a miracle we got any content today. But anyway, I had planned on doing a thing called EAW. Extreme Interactive Wrestling. I even had a poster made and everything. But, I think after I made the KXW arena, I was like, you know what, this is more close to home. So, let's do this. And I did do I threw a bunch of people into a tournament, simulated it all. Arn Anderson ended up winning the title, so we did the whole he won a tournament in Puerto Rico bullshit. And that's how, and as for the other champions, I was so happy that the Von Erichs were finally in a game that I just gave the titles to the Von Erichs for the tag team titles. And for the Vixens title, it was the first ever Vixens match. Bang Bang comes out with the EAW Women's Challenge. Big red thing. We called it the Vixens title because we just wanted to, because TNA had knockouts, fucking WWE had, normal women, so what the fuck did we have? We'll have these Vixens creatures.
Vixens creatures.
So we did that. We didn't introduce the Cruiserweight title until later. But yeah, we just started there. I just don't really, because we didn't edit things together because I didn't do that.
No,
so I just
neither of us
posted
did.
Stuff onto the channel. So the beginning, okay, so out of whack and everything's uploaded it out of order. And it's just a nightmare. Like, and I have gotten paranoid about keeping track of every result, every show. And I do. And Josh, the bad bastard, looked through all of that and totaled everybody's title records.
Yes.
Which he still keeps track of.
I still keep track of.
So, yeah, to say we're like a legit E-Fed now is, there's definitely parts there that's an E-Fed. Like, we still use August talent and stuff, but, back then, it was just, let's just have some fun. And then once the PS4 came out, I literally remember the day. Because I was doing this employment program, and I was finally going to get my pay cut for doing this thing. And I told Josh to meet me outside the building, and my mom was with him, and literally the entirety of that check was spent on the PS4, and it was the day 2K18 came out. So, we raced, got the shit. Mom ended up forgetting her wallet at a hawk shop, so she had to go back. But we got 2K18, and then that was when I finally knew that you could upload your own logos, and my brain blew up, because now I can actually make this legit. Legit. But I didn't know until probably 2 or 3 months in to that era that you could record from the PS4. And I thought it was streaming only. That's why Battleground and stuff was streamed. I didn't know that you could take just regular videos, copy them, and all that shit. But now, I know that things have gotten a lot better.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll let you talk about your memories of starting this whole E-Fed thing.
Well, I remember, because I remember the fact that this is another scenario just like the backyard thing. We thought we knew what we were doing. We didn't have a fucking clue. We had no clue. We were just throwing random shit together.
Seeing what stuck.
I don't know if anything did, really. We were just going with the flow, trying to come up with... Try and come up with stuff. We were figuring out our niche on commentary, because our commentary sucks too from that time frame.
I'm sneezing, I'm laughing uncontrollably at the dumbest things. I'm still not perfect.
No.
You somehow got miles better than I have. But like I was garbage. Josh was trying to like do a good job. I'm a train wreck.
Sneezing, falling off his chair.
Oh my god, yes. Fuck.
Laughing at the most ridiculous shit.
This is so dumb.
Can't contain himself afterwards.
Yeah, like one of my biggest like moments. Ruined the rest of the match. There it is, a white Russian leg sweep by a Russian. Oh my god! I start laughing, and he's just like, "Will you control yourself?" It is over for me. The last moment I remember having was the goddamn tuna sandwich. That's like my last really stupid moment.
At least that one's funny.
Yeah, no, it was. Then you wanted to kill me, so wouldn't shut up.
Yes, I'll say you would not stop about it, but...
Yeah, when we started doing that, we literally, this is how committed we were. We did this every fucking day.
Yeah, when we started streaming it all, it's fair to say it kind of went downhill for us, because we just kind of were doing it, but then we didn't actually really think when we were doing it.
Oh no. Because we were putting Lars Sullivan in main events. We were John Cena with heel. I was having arguments with myself in the comments. We still had some good stuff happen. Like, first Survival pay-per-view 2018. We had the Rumble to remember the first one.
No One Hit Out Live was fun too.
Yeah, that was a long-ass show.
You were you were all just having chats with yourself.
Yeah, like Zack Ryder was bitching at Kurt Hawkins. And John Cena would chime in and they'd be like, shut up. And, so cringy to look back now. But yeah, it's definitely where, like, the first, like, real slide started happening. And then, yeah, because we would literally have, like, these big whiteboards and we were writing down, okay, who's doing this and what's what. We would have, like, 20, 30 matches on one show because it was live streamed and my internet sucked, so we would cut in and out.
Yep.
Yeah, but there was some good in all that. Going back, if I was to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't do it like that.
No.
I would, like, research how can I get one singular video out of this first. But then probably we would have done some good stuff. Around Battleground episode 31, that's when we, like, get our first real hard stop.
Yes.
Because at that point we were going almost every day. And that Battleground episode I just said was the first episode that I realized, shit, I can take these and edit them like they are now. That episode has done some business shit. but that's when, things started to go up again, but then we stopped.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess we started it up again, really, with Warzone.
Yeah.
And it was like, I want to say, a year?
I think close to it.
Yeah. Because while, like, KXW itself was, like, it's in the 5-year anniversary, like, we stopped for a good time. And we had launched Warzone, and that's when we really started thinking on how to make this good.
Yeah.
Especially the Tom Terror stuff. That stuff. Yeah, just, like, making people look legit and stuff. And now I feel like, especially with how good 2K22 looks, this is the best we've ever looked. And the best we've ever, like the shit we've got cooking is good shit. I'm confident about us for once. Oh shit, how am I not talking about this? So, okay. I just peeked over my shoulder. What was your reaction to when because 2K19 had ended. I had tried on 20, but I only got so far with that.
Yeah.
So I continued to 19, and then I waited until, okay, we're going to stop a month before 22 comes out. We're going to come back with Voltage, and we're going to do a world title tournament. So, okay, take that sentence on your reactions and your motivations going into it.
Going into what?
Voltage and...
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what you're going to bring up. I'll wait till my comments. What the fuck?
Did you hear that?
I can hear that.
Hold on.
Okay, for anyone who might not have heard that, because there's a possibility someone has not heard. There was like some, what would you even call that? Like a...
It sounded like all the tires on like a semi-truck squealing to a halt.
Yeah, like there was some like abrupt stoppage type of shit going on. It was...
Anyway.
So, I know I was very disappointed when we took the break, and I'm pretty sure the break either came because we both were kind of overwhelmed. I think with Warzone, there was a good and a flaw to it, which was it was really good stuff. But I do think, and you could disagree with me and think, I think you put a bit too much pressure on yourself with editing.
Yes, especially after that Tom Terra video package. Because until recently, the thing that'll go up tomorrow, as we're recording this, that was like my best editing ever.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was trying to put video packages on almost everything. Bad idea. That's how you like overthink and treat yourself like shit and all this. So yeah, we basically were just like, okay, let's tone that down. And then we just stopped Warzone. And then I moved out of the city, which didn't help things.
No.
But we rebounded because I started underground. The other thing, which was
you also came up with the idea to do. Let's not forget. You also came up with the idea to do 4 shows at once, which you should have known from the beginning was not going to be able to be done by you.
Yeah, I was going to do Underground, Meltdown, Live, and the Academy of Violence.
Yeah.
And the Academy of Violence was on 2K12. Yeah. Not good.
Don't know what you were thinking then.
No. And I still don't know what I was thinking. So, I canned the other 2. I canned 3, and we just kept doing it live from the Academy of Violence.
Yeah.
And we kept that going until about a month before 22 dropped. And then I just came up, okay, we're going to stick with 2 shows. Each one of us will run.
Yes.
That's worked for us now, and it's the greatest it's ever been. Especially considering it eases up the workload. Except for you, because you got 100 different things.
Because what?
Except for you, because you got 100 different things going.
Yes.
Anyway. So I told him what I wanted to do with Voltage. And, yeah, I'm looking over my shoulder at what's on the shelf, so I'll let you talk.
So, okay, so we're talking about the actual title, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just,
Yeah.
So here's what he go. This is literally how the conversation. Now correct me if I'm wrong. This is how the conversation goes. So he goes, okay, I think I want to get an actual KXW championship, right? I think I want to pay thing. I said, okay, cool. That's cool. Sounds like a cool thing to do. You know, his money, his thing to do. That was the end of that hold on. What, go on. Well, because I was going to say.
Now, fuck. Okay. The whole reason was because Ashton and I had talked, and he said that you had wanted to do something similar to this. To recreate the silver thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
So he goes. So then, that's the end of that conversation. We kind of go on to talk about other things. Then randomly, one time we're talking video chat, and he just goes, "Oh yeah, so I think I'm just gonna get every championship made." And I go, "What? What the?"
We had this was I think the first podcast that I had done with Adam Steins.
Yep.
Where I was promoting this. I was promoting, okay, we're gonna do a fucking tournament for the thing, for the world title, and it's gonna be a physical title. And Adam was reacting. He was just like, "Holy shit, that's cool!" And then we end the podcast and go into a video call. He's just like, "I think you're the first defense to get a title made." That's a bad thing to say to me, because that lit off a light switch. Well, if I'm getting one, I might as well get them all. So I told Josh that, and he thought I was a lunatic.
I still think you're a lunatic.
Well, to be fair, in the end, you were awesome.
I agree, but you're still a lunatic for doing it.
So yeah, the things that were going through my head were this. if I'm going to get one, my justification for getting them all was, and when I say it like this, it's slightly understandable. I wanted to do this because, well, first, I didn't really want everything to be like me, but Muhammad, the belt maker, was just like, well, I can't just do the artwork. I want to do the thing. So it's just like, okay. So then, my justification for it was now I won't have to make a new title design every time. Because, and I'll send you a picture justifying it, but like, let's say the world changed. From the beginning to what it is now, it's had like 4 to 5 different designs in video game form. So I wanted something more concrete, something that I don't have to change every time. So that was my justification for getting that one. But then all of them, I was just like, well, fuck, just do this. Then I don't have to make a design every game. And it's a cool little thing to play. Which, yes, it is. So that's why I did it. Am I a lunatic? Yes.
Absolutely.
But it's something that I'm never going to regret, because KXW, like as an E-Fed now, is giving me so much to do, and it just means like a lot. Like if I wasn't a pussy, I would have the Jaybird. That's the other thing. Jaybird Digital Arts. I gotta give him a whole lot of credit because I'm wearing the shirt, the KXW shirt, but also he designed the new logo, and that sent me into euphoria, because that right there is what the motivation is. Because I was just like, if the logo is this fucking cool, I want to make the show as cool as that logo. So that's why Lost Lives. But he's like another reason why I would have the logo tattooed on me if I wasn't such a pussy about it. Because literally the guy has breathed new life into this thing. Because the original like logos were just made on like stupid font generator. But that's like professional. So
Professional font
fun.
generator.
So that's why like KXW just means the fucking world to me. And yeah, having the titles there, just like I did that. And this is something that everybody's helped me get to, and the subscribers and everybody. It's just fuck. It's crazy.
It is absolutely lunacy.
Yeah. So talking about subscribers and like fans, I gotta talk about Misery Business, because that pay-per-view was great.
Yes.
And I want to give a very big pat on the back to Josh, because the biggest thing that everybody talked about after Misery Business was the Christian Bale Trevor Hannibal death match. And I'm gonna watch it again today, because I haven't seen this came out. But Josh did that match by himself. Literally, I don't know how he's able to do it. But like, if it's a match that means a whole big deal, he's gonna do everything to fucking make it a fucking big deal. Now granted, he needs to get a new controller so he can continue to do that for certain matches.
I'll get one, don't you worry about that.
But shit, that death match, that's my Flair Steamboat. And I'm not just saying that because my cob, but that's probably KXW's like legitimate best match of all time. And like I know I'm the social media guy and everything, but Josh played since the origins of KXW. He's played the fucking second biggest role in this whole thing. Because when I decided to relaunch this, it was just like, okay, we need to stop with the bullshit with the fucking Cena's, Sullivans and shit. We need to figure out what the fuck we're doing. And he was the one that kind of, smacked some sense into me and fucking, like, every bit of creative thing is a team effort. And, like, the Tom Terra stuff, like, the kick to the ring post and everything, that fucking, once again, bang on him. Fuck. Like, you don't know how much you fucking mean to this shit. You're like a big part. And I remember recently, when I visited Kingston, we went to the Chinlock show. It was like the first time Ash and Josh and I have been in the same room since probably the fucking Y days.
Yeah.
Or at least shortly after. And we were all wearing the fucking KXW shirt. Partly because I planned it, but like,
Yeah.
we had the titles there. We had, yeah, it's crazy. Like, fuck, the people that have supported us from the beginning to where we are now, and like even, yes, Twitter can be
Problem.
a problem. Guys like Trevor Hannibal, guys like Spaz, guys like Kyle Young and everybody.
Blade Wyatt.
Blade Wyatt, yes, fucking just guys like that. They're so integral to us. And like, yes, we use real people too, but like, they're never the ones to like bat an eye. They're always along for the ride. I love that. And yeah, as of now, we have a 5-year anniversary show cooking. Still to do the process, finishing it up, but it will be up tomorrow as you're hearing this. An aftershock right after that. Then today, I hosted a tournament where we're gonna have 20 people. This is gonna be a two tournament. Explain this, John.
It'll be two. I guess two.
Fuck.
I'm trying to have two different sections, two different brackets, two different.
2 blocks.
2 blocks. There you go. That works better.
A voltage block and an aftershock. And 10 each, 5 matches each. And you explained how the semifinals would be 1 triple threat and 1 singles match.
Yes.
And this is all single elimination.
Yes.
And the winners of each side of the tournament, voltage and aftershock, will then go to 21st Century Breakdown, has a match, and then the winner will face Huron Cook with the KXW World Heavyweight Championship at Rumble to Remember.
Well, that's if he survives the 21st Century Breakdown.
Okay.
Whoa, he has a world title match.
Yes.
We have no idea against who yet, but we'll figure that one.
But yeah, I announced that today, so you can go over to the Twitter account and check the brackets, or stay tuned. I'm probably gonna throw up the bracket, and I'll probably do one of those Corey Graves stupid little control center games.
I would love to see you. I bet you won't, but I'd like to see you try. Do that.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, we're currently on the build for 21st Century Breakdown. Survival was a good show. Just to 5 years and to hopefully 5 more years.
I'll go over it now. At least it's mine. is just to get one immortality done.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
one. The show has never happened yet.
We built to 2
And then just stopped.
and stopped before the Immortality pay-per-view ever happened.
We have to get immortality done. Damn it.
But either way, yeah, thank you all for subscribing and just being here for this stupid little event that came out of a YMCA. And yeah, just thank you. Because you guys keep me going, keep us going. Just can't wait to I don't know what other words to say. I just can't wait to give birth to the rest of what we have planning. What we have planned. Shut up. But yeah, thank you for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed these little photos, because it's where we've been and where we've come from, and yeah, for
Also,
5 years, 5 more.
yeah, also I'm editing this, so if it's shit, blame me. Just saying. I'm editing this goddamn thing, so if it's total shit, I'm the guy to blame.
And in those great words,
See
good
ya.
night, everybody.
Good night.